So we're talking about the Chivvarty, and the Chivvarty, this meditation, is like basically the structure of Rich and Pin. Okay, so we have within, let's say, okay, Atik Yomin and Rich and Pin. Okay, so we have Atik Yomin. Okay, let's say Keter, Chabad, Chagat, Nai. Okay, so Mechut. So the lower seven of Atik Yomin, okay, they are enclosing within a Rich and Pin. So there is like a lot going on there. I'm trying to keep it short, but so let's.
They're like the neshama or something, or what?
Yeah, like the neshama or something. Okay.
The ketzer or something, right? Or what? Like the.
So you have
the gar.
Okay. So usually we draw the sfirot like this here. Yeah, that you have like keter, chokma, bin, adat. Okay, but by Rich and Pin,
right.
the structure is a little bit different.
Right.
So you have the Gulgolta. Okay.
Right.
Rich and Pin.
Yeah.
Gulgolta. So the skull
of
Rich and Pin. Okay, this is the Keter of Rich and Pin. Okay. That's the different color. So that Gulgolta is receiving the light from here. Okay? From the Chesed of Atik Yomin. Okay? And within the Gulgolta we have the Chokhmah, only Chokhmah. By Rich and Pin, in his head there's only Chokhmah. Okay? So in the head of Rich and Pin there's only Chokhmah. So Chokhmah,
not Bina and Dat.
Not Bina and Dat. No, the Bina is in the throat, the Dat is between the shoulders. Okay. Chokhmah is also called Mochas Tima'ah. Mochas Tima'ah, right in short. Okay, the concealed mind, or Mochas Tima'ah, or Chokhmah Tima'ah. Okay, there's different names for that. It's like very, very essential. There's many, many meditations that are connected with the structure of Rich and Pin. Like, so it's not only for this meditation.
Rabbi, like, so I put the shoulder names as well, right?
Right. Okay, so the Chokhmah of Rich and Pin is receiving from the Gvura. Okay? From the Gvura of Atik Yomin. Okay? Now.
Receiving light, abundance.
Right. Okay? Now, between the Chokhmah and the Mocha, there is Avira. Didn't have enough space. Avira.
Air? Right.
That is the air. The Arizal explained in the HaChaim that air is essential as a filter to that the Chokhmah will get just the right amount of light from the Keter, because like the Keter of Rich and Pin have so much light, so it's too much for the Chokhmah, so it has to be a separation, which is the Avira. And it's not only Avira, there's a whole, and again, there's a whole structure there. It's like Chuma, the like membrane, maybe two membranes. Okay, there's like, but I'm not, we can discuss that in length, but just to keep it simple. So that is receiving from the Tiferet of Atik Yomin. Okay? The Tiferet of Rich and Pin goes to the Avira. Okay?
So it's not a sphera, it's like empty space, but it has some kind of structure.
It is very significant. It's very significant. It's not only like empty space. Yes. So
what is it? If it's not a sphera, it's not empty space. Like what? What is it?
We're gonna see like what is the result of each one of them. Okay. So there is an article in the Zohar that is like the Arizal quotes it a lot. So you see that it's very essential and centered. That is in the Idrazuta that says that it calls Rich and Pin with the connection to Atik Yomin. He called it the name of Atika. Atika with Aleph. So we have Atik and we have Atika. So Atika refers specifically to Arich Pin as it receives light from Atik Yamin. Okay? And so the Zohar says that there's 3 heads to Atika. Okay? So it says what is the 3 heads? So the bottom head is the Mocha, the middle head is the Gulgolta, and the upper head is Radla. Okay? Radla is connected to Atik Yamin. Okay? Let's say it like this, to keep it simple, the feminine aspect of Atik Yamin is called Radla. Okay? Radla is a abbreviation of Reisha Delo Ityada. Okay?
The head that is not
Reisha, the unknown head.
because it's not visible in the structure of something.
So that like we don't know what's going on in that head of Radla. So
You can't like draw it in this.
yeah, it's like it's not clear like where it is and where it's coming in. But okay, so again, the first structure that is like 1, 2, 3 for the 3 heads of Atika, but then there's another like few articles that the Arizal calls that the 3 heads of Atika is 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the upper head is the Gulgolta and the second hand is the Avira. Okay, so
sometimes it's okay.
there's many like
So
contradictions in the different interpretation of those articles of Zohar. But
So the 3 years of Atika, it's either the Moach Sima, the Gulgolta, and the Radla, or the Moach Sima, the Avira, and the Gulgolta, right?
Right.
And they're both called like the 3 years of Atika, basically.
Right. Okay. So okay.
So you just look from context, like what he's referring to. Right?
Basically, you have to find something to to get the understanding. But anyhow, the point is that from those 3 levels, we have 3 kinds of light that is kind of radiating out of Arich Pin. Okay, and that concept of something that comes out of the Parzuf is there's different meanings to that. So what do I mean? I mean like when you have something extra that is not part of whatever needs to stay inside and it goes out, yeah. It's not nice to say that. It's not a nice comparison, but it's a little bit like going to the bathroom. Yeah, it's called motarot, something that is extra that is not needed. So we push it out.
What's
right?
extra here exactly?
Okay, so I'm gonna explain, but I'm saying like that you see that it's something that is like it's not so simple what's going on here.
Right.
Okay, but okay, so we already know that the Gulgolta is the Keter. Oh, Shalom Aleichem. Okay, so now what is the result that comes out of the Gulgolta? This is called Chivvarty. Okay,
This is
that's the motarot of the Gulgolta. Okay, we have the motarot of the Avira. This is called Nimin, which is literally hairs. And we have the motarot of the Mochas Tima'ah. This is called Dikna, the beard. Okay.
So these are the 3 things that come out from like the excess light from the Chokhmah,
Right.
Bor and Tiferet from Atik Yomin, which they don't have a place in the...
It's not
in the
relevant
Arich.
for the internal part of Arich Pin,
Right.
so it has to come out.
Right, so the Namin and the Dikna, right, we talked about that before in terms of coming out of Arich Pin, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah. Okay. It's some kind of abundance that like it doesn't have room internally inside Arich Pin, it becomes external kind of.
Right.
In a way, right?
אולי עדיף שתשב שמה, יהיה לה יותר נוח. לא, שמה.
Who's joining?
Okay, so basically the meditation we're talking about that we call Chivvarty is the connection of those Chivvarty, Nimin, and Dikna. Yeah, how the abundance comes down. So
the whole Kabbalah meditation is
Right.
about those three.
Right. So the reason that I said all of this introduction is to explain how those three are coming out of Arich and Pin. But the point is that for Arich and Pin is extra that it's not needed. But for
these three things.
right.
Yeah.
But for the lower Partufim and for us, Am Israel, this is like a source of tremendous abundance.
Right.
Okay, so I gave the example in my class that when you have like someone that is wealthy and his wife comes home and she says this like the kitchen is too old, take it out, bring a new one. So for them it's like it's something old that is not needed and they push it out, right? And then like the poor people of the neighborhood they jump, wow, we found a treasure, it's like it's the best of the best, and everybody wants to take like pieces of that, right? So kind of the same thing here, right? For Arich and Pin it's not relevant, it's too much, it's extra, it's not needed. But for the low ones, this is like the source of abundance that is like essential and needed, and we are really like focusing on like this abundance. So for example, the Dikna is the Yud Gimel Midot of Rachamim, right? So like that's the biggest prayer to receive like the mercy of Hashem is when we're saying like the certain attributes, right?
So basically, like all the right. So in Sichot or just in Tachton every day, like when we say that, that's the source of the abundance.
Basically, yeah. Right. So you see that it's very essential, and like there's a lot of usage of this structure. It's something that is like coming up a lot with many meditations.
So the beard is interesting. So the source of the abundance for the beard comes from the Gevura of HaTikvim, basically, right?
Right. And there's
it's like 13 dinim, but it's like going recent.
Right. So for Arich and Pin, for Tikyomin, it's din, but for us it is solely Rachamim. There's an article in the Zohar that says that Atika Kulu Yamina. There's no left side by Atika. It's all mercy. Yeah.
The structure of like the Arich and Pin with the Atika inside.
Right. So for us, like even when we're talking about Gvura, it is like definitely part of the Rachamim, of the mercy. But yes, there is like later on when it comes down, there is also revelation of judgment down there, meaning the Gvura of Atik that comes into the Chokhmah of Mochatima, except of the beard that comes out of the Chokhmah, there's also concept that is called Shach Dinim. I don't know if we spoke about it.
A little bit, but like quite more.
Shach Dinim. Okay.
That comes from where again? You said?
The connection between the Gvura and the Chokhmah, Shaka. It's actually here. It's Shaka. 325 judgments. that is like it's also like in a way certain abundance as it comes down, but then eventually when it is manifested in the vessels of the Renpin and Nukba, so that's part of the reason that they got the crash of the breakdown. So
again, the source is also from the Gevura of the Tikkumin, right?
Yeah.
For the Shacha Dinim. And it's also external, like the Dikna, or it's in the same way, like the Dikna is coming out of the Mochasima, right?
Is it coming out? Yeah, it's coming out. The Shacha Dinim is yeah.
It's also like a similar.
It's much more so than the Dikna. It's like in the Dikna, it's like it's a form of a beard, as if obviously it's not like physical beard, but like it has a structure. Right, like the 13 attributes, like we have like a whole structure for that. But the Shekadinim, it says like Zarik Nitutin la Shekai Bar, like it throws out like sparks to 325 directions.
The Mochasima throws out.
Yeah. So the
it's
sparks.
like it refuses.
it's not so much of a structured like so it seems that it's much more of a revelation of judgment. Also the concept of nisosin, right, or dinim is like definitely like the judgments are much more revealed.
So it's abundance that the Mochasima gets from the Gvura for Tikkumin, which there's no like a place for it, so it throws them out kind of.
Yeah. Okay.
Regarding this, it's like this sparks which is throwing out in all directions to the lower world.
Right. Okay. So you definitely see that within that the connection here, like there's a lot going on. Yeah, like we didn't even start to speak about it. Like there's so much like going on. There's like articles and articles of Zohar and Arizal and other HaMekubalim of like how the connection between Natik and Arichanpin. There's quite a lot going on there. Yeah, but like just for this
between the flow of abundance from here to here.
Right, like each one of them is like there's a certain flow within Arichanpin and like what's going on with the Netzach and Hod and like there's a lot.
Right.
There's a lot to learn like in that structure, and I think that easily we could have learned it for like a couple of months and not get bored. There's really like a lot of material to read around it. But just to keep it local and to focus for the meditation of the Chivvarty, so what we need is these three concepts. Okay, the Chivvarty, the Nimin, and the Dikna. So now we see that it's coming out of the head of Arichanpin, specifically the Golgotha, Avira, and Mochas Tima'ah, and the source of the abundance for the head of Arichanpin is coming from the Chagat of Atikamin. Okay, so that will be basically the introduction for this meditation. Yeah?
Yeah.